I see people. I see 6 people. Hi. Can you guys hear me? Do I sound okay? Someone let me know if you can hear me okay. Hi, Lauren. Thank you. This is my first YouTube live, guys, and I am a little nervous. Hi. Hello, everyone. A couple more minutes and Angela will be joining us. Hi. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I don't have I'm doing the loud talking thing. I do this all the time. Hi, everybody. Hi, Amanda, Kathy, Sarah. Hi. Hi, Donna. Yay. My friend Donna's here. Oh, here's Angela. Okay, great.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Everyone, very well. It looks like we've got about 32 people on right now. This is very exciting. So everyone, hello. This is my friend Angela from BC Greenhouse, and we are super excited to have this live chat right now. There were some technical difficulties on Instagram and Facebook, so we were a little concerned about that.
Wondering what was going to happen.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon. My friend Brandon's on. Yay. You love my lamps. Thank you. Just got some new lamps. Okay. Maybe we'll wait a couple minutes for everybody to join in. Donna says hi, Angela. Can you see comments, Angela, as well?
Let's see. I'm going to click that. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Great.
Wonderful.
Very good. Okay. Well, I think we could probably get started. As you guys may know, I am getting a new greenhouse put in. It's coming in July. I'm so excited. After a couple years of looking and deciding and debating, I came across BC Greenhouse, and it was just, I was immediately taken by the photos that I saw. And as I started to dig in, I really knew that this was the company that I wanted to have my greenhouse. So I started talking with Angela and about all the options and the process and everything. And it comes in a kit. Mark will be building it with me, and we'll show you the whole process from start to finish. It's super exciting. So Angela, if you'd like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about BC Greenhouses, that would be great.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me today. Awesome. This is, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's nice to connect with a different customer base. And so BC Greenhouse Builders, this is our 70th anniversary this year. Something we're very, very proud of. The company started in 1951. It's a family-run business. It was started by a man named Bert, and Henry Heinen took the company over in the late 50s. And really, it was all about like growth and expansion. You know, they had growth and expansion in their family with 4 children who like grew up in the business. And then Henry decided to retire, and his son Rick took the business over. And so we actually build and ship greenhouses all over the world.
It's amazing.
I know, like
it's amazing.
Everything happens from this facility.
When I saw that you were BC Greenhouses, I obviously was like, oh, I don't think they're going to ship here. And like you said, you ship everywhere. Yep.
We have a very successful dealer in Sweden. We ship to Iceland. We've got a pocket of beautiful greenhouses in Australia.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people on here that are interested in greenhouses. I recognize some of my friends from Instagram. You're in the market for your greenhouse. Okay. This is Schnauzer Woods. I love it. And you're in the market for a greenhouse. That's wonderful. I know my friend Donna was also in the market. She's on here with us. And then my friend Brandon, he actually just built his own greenhouse. So there's a lot of greenhouse lovers here right now. So on that note, you shared with me a wonderful video. Do you want to share that or introduce that video?
Were you thinking the customer testimonial?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just to give everyone a preview of what's happening. So we About a year and a half ago, a gentleman walked into our showroom, and we actually have quite a few greenhouses on display here. And he had said that he had purchased 2 greenhouses secondhand, and he just needed some parts and pieces. And he said, "Do you still carry it?" And we laughed because, of course, we do, because we're old school and we've been around forever, right? And the really important thing for us is that our greenhouses don't end up in a landfill, right? It's the antithesis of what we want.
Exactly.
So he was thrilled that we had everything that he needed. And then we dated the greenhouses. And well, I'll let the story tell. I'm just going to share my screen. Share screen. And play. Can you see that?
My name's Larry Clarkson. We're here in Mission, British Columbia, just north of Mission, on my wife and I's 2-acre property. Well, it's a really unique story with the greenhouses. Before we moved to this property, we started looking for greenhouses, and we were fortunate to find a couple on Craigslist of all places. And we were able to go in, take them down before the houses were knocked down, and set it back up. When we were looking for greenhouses, I was looking for, in particular, BC greenhouses because of the quality. So I've been doing a lot of research and knew what I wanted, and was probably going to end up buying it brand new if I hadn't found it on Craigslist. As you can see, both greenhouses are in outstanding shape, and BC greenhouses helped me date them. One dates back to the 80s and the other one from 1990. So, you have greenhouses that are over 30 years old, almost 40 years old, and they look like they're brand new. Well, I just wanted something that was going to be a long-lasting, high-quality thing. When we bought this property, we were always committed to doing things the right way and having so that we don't have to worry about replacing things. Every time I've been in to see them at BC greenhouses, their service has been excellent. I've had to buy a few things to finish out the greenhouses after I've moved them. Some glass packages, some of the arms for the events. But every time I've been in there, I've come away satisfied. I would recommend that anybody who's interested in vegetable production or growing their own flowers to get a BC greenhouse. It allows me to start the year way earlier than most people. I can protect plants over winter. I'm able to grow those things, 8 months of the year, whereas anybody growing outside here in the coast would be, limited to just a couple of summer months. I just want to, thank BC greenhouses, because every time I bite into a tomato or eat a pepper, I think, this is because of it.
Hi.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was just so beautiful to think about the fact that someone could find, first of all, that someone could find them. We were talking a bit about that.
Yes.
Probably not something somebody's going to find here in the States. If you did, you're exceedingly, you never know.
Yeah. In fact, it's interesting. Our controller did a heat map of North America to see where all of our sales come from. And most of our sales come from New York.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I would not have expected that. That is pretty funny. Well, that's my neighbor. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Whether that's a population consideration or what, but I remember, Laura, when we first talked, we talked a lot about how, as a marketing director, it's challenging for me to communicate quality online. And it's hard to see the difference, right? Sure. And so a story like that, I believe, helps sort of tell the tale of who we are. We have lots of greenhouses that people pass along to family members. You can extend them later.
Absolutely.
You can make them longer. They're modular, right? And so being in a kit form, it makes it a little bit easier to, take it down and move it to another spot. People don't realize you can do that either.
Exactly. We've already said this. If someday we were to move somewhere, the greenhouse is coming with us. Nobody's going to luck out and score that one. It's coming with us. But another thing that I think is fabulous is it's completely customizable. I mean, from start to finish. I have people asking me about the cost on mine, and really, it's so customizable. It's suited and tailored exactly to your needs. Now, I'm getting the 8x10 Parkside, and we're replacing our potting shed, which is 8x10 roughly. So it'll take up that same footprint, which is wonderful. But there are various options. We're doing the glass on the walls, but we're doing the polycarbonate roof for some shading. We get tons and tons of sun in the backyard, which is wonderful. But, you know, for the protection in our backyard in that situation, we went with the polycarb. It has the amazing warranty on it as well. So that was
choice. Honestly, it's a wise choice, because a lot of people don't really understand like how hot a greenhouse can get. They are designed to collect the sun. It's all about natural solar gain. And so with a full glass greenhouse, you are going to need some sort of shade protection, whether or not that shade cloth, a nearby tree, perhaps a building, like you must have some sort of shade or you will scorch your plants.
My friend Erin from The Impatient Gardener. Hi, Erin. He asked if I can expand to fill up the whole yard. That's the plan. That is the plan. Just one big greenhouse. You walk out the back door and you just walk into another door into the BC greenhouse.
No kidding.
I wouldn't mind it, to be honest, because it's a beautiful greenhouse. When we speak of the quality speaks for itself. That's why we're having this call. We want to try and communicate that to you all. But the detailing, I am so taken by this style. It has the beautiful cresting along the top, and just it's just gorgeous. And adding on to it, you can add like the side cold frames and things that come off. So I'm thinking about doing that. Once this gets up, it's not the end for me. I definitely plan on expanding. I don't know if I'll take up the whole yard, but I'll work on it.
Well, maybe I'll do like a quick blurb. So one thing that's really good to know is we can do any size, any scope, any color. We've done periwinkle greenhouses and red and turquoise.
It's amazing.
We really have done it all. And we do greenhouses as biodomes and butterfly houses. We do them for long-term care and prison facilities and you name it. And it's interesting because nowadays people are staying put and they want it for living space as well. And so 1 in 5 of our inquiries these days are for home attached models. Which is one of our specialties. And buying a home attached greenhouse is 40% the cost of doing an expansion on your home.
If I had the space, I'm very limited and our yard is very narrow, but I had considered something like that, or even putting a lean-to maybe off of our garage. So, you know, the possibilities are endless here. And Erin is asking, am I going to heat the greenhouse? Yes, I do have a heater. I actually already have it. I have the heater before the greenhouse. So I'm all set. And I actually did opt for, they have the automatic roof vents built into this model, but I'm also having some vents off the back. So there'll be that cross ventilation. The storm door has the screen, and then you'll get that cross breeze, and it should be wonderful. I can't.
Yeah, that actually will be a really nice space to be in, having that cross breeze. More ventilation, the better, right? And the other piece that gardeners sometimes forget about is air circulation. So super important to have air circulating in your greenhouse, actually at all times. Because it will help with condensation. It'll help pollinate your plants. It will prevent pests and disease, right? So, and that really can be just an everyday house fan. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, significant if it's a hobby-sized greenhouse.
Oh, that's good to know, because I hadn't looked into anything for the cooling. I'm certain I'll need something. It gets pretty toasty here in New Jersey. So I'm gonna need something. That's why I opted for those back vents. Okay, so once you order a greenhouse, how long does it take to arrive to you? So I ordered mine. It depends, I guess, on your workload, which is very hefty right now, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, so the pandemic no one can plan for
Right.
that.
Right.
And we did not understand what was going to happen. So we've been experiencing 3 times the volume that is average for us. And so right now we have about a 6-month lead time.
Right.
So normally, Laura, like your greenhouse in a normal situation, it would be 3 to 5 weeks. And we're currently 6 months, 5 to 6 months.
For me, I didn't even mind. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I looked at so many options. I knew I did not want something from Lowe's. There's nothing wrong with that if it's a hobby greenhouse, if it's a temporary housing thing, but I knew I wanted something permanent, something that was not going to go anywhere. So in my searching and in my looking, the price point, really, I know you guys that are on here too, look around. It is not what I consider a scary price point for such a worthwhile lifelong investment. It was quite reasonable. I was actually really surprised at how reasonable for the quality.
Well, thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
It's we are never we truly want people to green the world, right? And to grow their own food and do everything that will sort of help the planet. And so any type of greenhouse is a good greenhouse,
Absolutely.
But the reasons why people choose us is our strength, our lifetime warranty.
Sure.
Like our greenhouses start at 85 mile per hour winds and 32 pounds per square foot for snow. And we can go up, right? Like we've done up over 100-pound snow loads. So that is one of the reasons people choose us. That, and of course the customization you talked about.
Do you have that photo by any chance?
I do. I plucked it for you. And interestingly, earlier in the chat here, someone was talking about their greenhouse that had not lasted a hurricane. So this story, I'll just briefly say, one of my favorite customers in Texas, unfortunately suffered through a Hurricane Harvey. And she called and said, Angela, my greenhouse is under 8 feet of water.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen? And we said, it's really hard to know because there's debris, there's, the water pressure alone, like we weren't sure. And so I'll show you, I'm just going to share my screen again. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I messed it up.
Real quick, Erin, thank you. My little donation thing popped up here. Erin is funding my greenhouse expansion fund.
That's so cute.
Thank you.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is her beautiful Cape Cod greenhouse before Hurricane Harvey. This is unfortunately the greenhouse during.
Unbelievable. Look at that, you guys. See the roof there? That is absolutely
here. That's 8 feet high. This
oh my God.
Here. And so we waited a couple of weeks and prayed that, Susie and her family were okay. And then she called to say that the greenhouse was completely fine.
That is amazing.
And all it needed was power washing.
Truly amazing. I mean, how do you come out on the other side of that? And there's her lovely fountain there. I mean, that is truly, truly remarkable. Look, everything.
This is what it looks like now.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
That is wonderful.
Gorgeous bromeliads.
Absolutely.
And, it's obvious that there was some divine intervention that happened there. There's lots of things that could have happened, right? But it was wonderful. Just wonderful that the greenhouse was fine.
Uh-oh.
Foundations. And so our greenhouses absolutely require foundations.
Absolutely.
And so it's really important. Yeah. You need, in case such as this, right? Like,
absolutely.
Without a foundation, forget it.
Yeah, you don't want something just slipping and sliding away. We actually here in New Jersey, the past couple of years have gotten an incredible amount of tornado warnings. Like It is so bizarre. The iPhone is dinging all over the place, and we're running into the basement. It's truly crazy. So I was joking with Angela, and I said maybe I'll have some more photos
Oh my gosh.
of a hurricane, or let's hope not. But you said if that should happen, to make sure I close the vents.
Yeah. In the event of high winds, tamper down the vents for sure.
Oh my. And there was another question here. Angela, what size greenhouse does BC Greenhouse sell the most of? Aaron's asking that. That's a good question.
So since 1951, it's 8 by 12.
8 by 12. Okay.
8 by 12 has been the most common, and there's a really simple reason for that. And it's because it's less than 100 square feet and typically doesn't require a permit.
There you go. There you go. That's a good point. That's a very good point. And speaking of foundation, that's another thing. We had gotten a couple people out here, and you may have to get a permit depending upon what foundation you use. Apparently, they were set, I guess it depends on your township and where you live and everything. We had some fellows that were telling us that if we put a concrete pad in, we had to get a permit because then it would be considered a permanent structure. But for some reason, if we did the piers, that was okay.
Well, some municipalities feel like that is more temporary. If you do it on, concrete pier blocks or, pressure treated wood, what have you.
Right.
But it's important to think of our greenhouses as outbuildings. They're 60% heavier than the next competition. Like an 8 by 12 is about 1,400 pounds, just the greenhouse.
It's insane. And you guys get to watch Mark lift every piece of it. I'm going to help. I'm not, oh, thank you, Mrs. Handy. Are you? Thank you. I appreciate that, you guys. I've got all these contributions to my upgrades of my greenhouse. It's great. Thank you, guys. Totally not necessary, but very appreciated. Thank you very much.
It says, where are we located? We're just outside of beautiful Vancouver, BC.
Yep. And you guys know I love Canada. My husband was born in Guelph, so I have a huge love for Canada. Yes. Let's see. Any other questions, anyone? I'm super excited. I've got my fig tree out there and so many things, that I am just looking forward to keeping in there. I have a little propagation for my friend Brandon's lemon tree, hoping to grow some citrus. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting times. Right now I have a patio table full of seedlings that I'm hardening off right now. And what better place to put them than a BC greenhouse and to grow them in? I cannot, I can't even fathom how joyful that will be to have.
Sure.
Yeah.
But there's a question here from Brittany. I don't know if you saw that one earlier, asking about the difference between a true greenhouse and a cold frame. That's such a good question. Mm-hmm. And so, I can speak to our framing system. And so, we've been around for so long and we've been perfecting the system. And so we have, the design itself was built by what's called red sealed journeyman glazers. And so they know everything about gaskets and how water expels from a structure. And so what's super important about a true greenhouse is the weather resistance and the strength. And so if you're going to heat a greenhouse, you do not want it going out of gaps or cracks, because we know, in particular, electricity these days is, it's costly. A lot of our greenhouse customers choose gas, natural gas or propane to heat their greenhouses. But, if and when you decide that you'd like to talk to us, we have lots of sort of interesting tips and tricks on how to capture heat passively too. So that's always exciting. And we learn so much from our customers, right? Like our customers, really gardeners are scientists, right? And they're constantly experimenting.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, absolutely. Someone says, good question. I know you said cost varies due to customizing, but what might a starting price be for an 8 by 10? That's a good question. And you do list the prices on your website, which I think is a very nice thing too.
Yeah. So our starting model is what we call our Sunhaven greenhouse, little 8 by 8. It's a polycarbonate model, and that's $35.95. lifetime warranty. If you don't mind, I'm just going to flip to my
Please
catalog.
do. And then, guys, I love it. And then on the description here, if you guys look in the little description box, I put information where you can look at their catalog. You can request a copy of it, or you can view it right straight away. And then there's also a fantastic feature, which is the build your own. Right, you guys can build your own and customize, write down, to the letter what you're interested in as far as size and style. I found that to be super helpful. And another thing, their website is legit. I clicked on that chat expecting to see, no one, and immediately Jennifer popped up and she was helping me, and it was just wonderful. And she
Jen's the fastest on the trigger. I have to tell you, she's incredible.
Instantly sent me, here's what you're interested in. Here's some more information and specs about it. Boom, right in the chat. I was downloading PDFs, and I thought that was super impressive. So I just had to make mention of that, because that's hard to find, that customer service. It was really wonderful and easy.
Well, again, we're old school, right? Like, we still have human beings that pick up the phone.
Yep, you do. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, our Design Your Own app, we built that, I think it was a year and a half ago we launched it. And our sales team has said it's the best tool that we have.
It's wonderful.
So it just walks you through our buying process. And at the end, you can see some ballpark pricing.
Yep.
So it helps you sort of determine like where your budget is, where, what you want to see on your end.
Right.
And so it also just expedites the design process, because one of the things about us, because we're a custom manufacturer, the sales cycle can be long. Yeah. And it's not uncommon for us to talk to someone for a year before they buy or they receive their greenhouse.
Right.
And that's natural for us. And that's what we expect.
I'm sure I'll have questions. Lots of good. And we were even saying, we'll do this again. We'll do another chat once the greenhouse is up. And kind of show everybody sort of the interior and everything that's involved, and hopefully some pretty plants growing in there. Oh, this is a good question too. Jane, hi Jane. How do you keep the glass clean, and how strong is the glass when high winds toss broken branches around? Thank you. Okay, that's a good question.
So the glass itself is tempered safety glass. Our minimum wind load rating is 85 miles per hour. We can go up to, I think it's over 140. So at that point, you're talking about hurricane force winds, right? And so if a panel was to break, we actually have what we call an overlap system. It's easier to install. It's not so heavy, like lifting big pieces of glass over your head. So with the overlaps, if a panel breaks, it's a 24 by 24 inch piece, and you're just replacing that. But the impact is great. I did a little funny, I actually couldn't find it, but I did a funny video of one of our very tall Dutch production workers standing on a piece of the same type of glass, and it didn't break.
Well, that's good.
It was more of a joke, but it was like interesting.
Okay, what kind of service is available if people, Mark, have questions during the assembly process? That is good. And you guys even said that you would virtually help us. So yeah.
So a couple things. We have quite extensive installation instructions that you receive with your greenhouse. We have technical support, and our technical support people are amazing. And so we will absolutely help you virtually. You're on your smartphone and you're installing your greenhouse and you don't know where something fits, you call us. But interestingly, we're also doing virtual site visits for purchasing. So if people want to show us the location in their yard, is this angle going to work? The sun is here, that sort of thing. We will schedule a consultation with you.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's really nice, because that is a big concern for people. I was going to have one whether it worked or not. Quite frankly, I would put it anywhere and just deal with it. But yes, that is certainly you want to make sure you're getting that sun. You want to make sure that it's in the proper location in your yard. And what I love is that it doesn't really it's so customizable. Like my yard is small. I mean, I have a tiny garden, and I get to have a greenhouse, to my specifications. So it could be as big or as small, expansive as you want. I just love it. You guys are cracking me up with these questions. I love it.
I wanted to say, one of my coworkers said something interesting the other day, and that's that it makes more sense to put your greenhouse in your yard where you will love it and use it the most, rather than worrying necessarily about sun exposure, because you can always easily add light. With grow lights or LEDs. Our entire system is built so you can hang anything anywhere on the inside. And I thought, you know what, I hadn't really put it together like that before, but it makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does. You want to put it where it's going to be accessible, visible, just the ease of, so I completely agree with that. I'm so excited. Let's see. Get a permit just to put up your shed. Yeah, that's that's tough. It just depends. Let's see. Anybody have any more questions? Trying to see.
So someone's asking, did we cover this already, Laura? I don't know about the cost for a basic 8x10. I don't know if we covered that.
Yeah. For the 8x10. No, I don't think we did.
Yeah. So right now we have a special anniversary pricing on our Parkside model. So that 8x10 is $79.95, but it is decked out, right? So it has like all the decorative features, the decorative base panels.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have prepped a picture of that, Laura, but there's, but if you're looking like, for a more traditional type of greenhouse, we're talking like just over $6,000 for 8x12.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color did I get? I went with the white. Erin. I was really debating. I went with white, and then I went with green, and then I went back to white again. I have so much white in our yard with the fencing, and it's going to be really close to the fence. So I was kind of concerned about it kind of not pop. I want it to be visible, and I want it to be a feature. But one thing I'm going to do is along the side of the fence, I'm going to put some kind of like diamond shaped trellises and grow some vines and things on it. So that way, when you're inside the greenhouse, you're not just looking at a white panel, like a white fence, trying to make it look a little bit more fancy. But the white, I swear I drove. You guys have such patience. Definitely are here to answer your questions, because I went back and forth and back and forth. I felt so bad.
Well, you know what? When this is a purchase that's going to last you like a lifetime, like it makes sense to do it right the first time.
It really does. I was debating on the green or the white. So I went with the white, and I'm really happy with it. I have to tell you, though, the Parkside comes standard in black, and I love the black. That is really beautiful, but it would not fit in my yard at all. But the black, it's really slick. It's beautiful. Hi from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Hi, my neighbor. I can speak from experience where it should be, but it works great for my needs. Yes, Brandon. You put your greenhouse in a place that works for your needs, and it works out just right for you. Of course, my friend Brandon's neighbors, they took some complaints a little bit about the glare bouncing off. So he ended up putting shade cloth up to kind of rectify that. But it was so funny. I don't think he was anticipating quite how bright it was going to be. And then his neighbor texted him a photo of just like this blinking beacon bouncing off the roof. It was very, very fun.
I queued up a photo of the Parkside.
Good. Yes, thank you.
It's black, but
yeah, no, it's beautiful.
And share.
Let's see. Here we go. So this is it, you guys. This is the greenhouse that I'm getting, except in white. But you can see that black. It is so lovely, so lovely. I love the whole garden. I love the vegetable garden that's surrounding it. It's so pretty. And is that the polycarbonate roof? It is, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
That's the twin wall polycarbonate. Yeah. And actually, I thought you might be interested. I got some new photos today of Emily's greenhouse.
Yes.
The new one. Do you want to see?
I do want to see, please. And she's in Canada as well, right?
Yeah, she is. So let's see.
Oh, look. Well, that didn't take her very long to fill it up now, did it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So this is the exterior.
So pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but her greenhouse appeared in Style at Home.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so these photos are going to be in the, I believe, the July issue.
Oh, that is wonderful.
I hope I'm allowed to say that. Sorry, Emily.
That is so cool. And there's the strength right there. They have a swing hanging in there.
Yeah, that's from just from one roof bar.
That's amazing. Now, I'm assuming that there is a place where I can hang like hanging baskets and things like that. Is there anything like that?
Yeah. Okay. So your greenhouse is going to come with eye bolts.
Okay.
And so the entire inside of the greenhouse is a track system, which means you can literally hang anything anywhere. So shelving, misting systems, lights. A lot of people do ceiling fans in their greenhouse.
Okay.
And when it's really hot, they reverse the direction and the heat goes out.
Yep.
So there's so many options. So each one of the roof bars will handle at least a 50-pound hanging basket.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Courtney. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Country Garden Girl. She's in their email list. So you feel like you know Angela. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Go bigger than you think, if possible. Yeah, that's true too. I was debating on the 8x12, but our yard is so small. And I look at the shed right now, and I know that that's the 8x10. And that was another thing I debated about. I may regret it later, but I agree with you. If you're gonna go that way, go bigger. That's always better.
Just above that, Sarah asks why choose the poly top, and it's a couple reasons. Light diffusion. Mm-hmm. So the twin wall polycarbonate is going to give you an 80% light diffusion. And it also is going to help you keep heat in your greenhouse because it's more insulating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I actually have a couple of maple trees right above it. We're going to trim some of the branches, but God forbid if a branch or something fell, I know that it is very strong. So I'm happy about that. I'm playing out all these worst case scenarios in my mind, but I'm sure everything will be absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Lauren. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, I think you probably read like that polycarbonate is unbreakable.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
So Sherry never seriously had a greenhouse on her radar until recently. Yeah, but now you feel like you could definitely do this with some planning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look forward to checking out the website. Absolutely. Check out the website. I filled out so many different build your owns, and single one of them, someone wrote me back by the next day. It was really nice and said, here's an estimate of what you picked. And it was really nice. So definitely check that out. All the colors, everything is customizable. Any other questions, you guys? I'm really, I'm super excited. I can't wait for July to come and the whole process. Thank
you for being patient with us.
Oh my gosh, absolutely, absolutely. There was no question for me, and I had looked at a couple of others, and there was just no doubt in my mind who I wanted to go with. There were some others that were hobby greenhouse that looked more like a shed. And I was like, no, I have a shed. I don't want a greenhouse that looks like a shed. I want a greenhouse that looks like a greenhouse. So, and it does, it looks like a greenhouse because it is. What am I most excited to grow? Oh, that's a great question, Brandon. Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I can't wait to grow some of those. All the things, you know me. I have I've got a grow light system in my basement right now, and if I can remove myself from the creepy basement and place myself in a beautiful greenhouse, I certainly prefer that. Yes, there is ventilation in the roof, Lauren. There are automatic vents that will open and close to ventilate. And you can actually add more as well if you'd like in the back or anywhere you choose. You can put those anywhere, right? Along the
Yes.
frame.
Yeah, we've got side venting, louvers,
Yep.
casement windows.
And I did ask, we have some snake activity, unfortunately, and I am deathly afraid of snakes. And so another option that I got was screens on the vents that are along the back wall, because the last thing in the world that I want is to be surprised by something like that when I walk in. So,
Sister, I feel you on that. That would be a no.
Hello from Jersey Shore. Hello. Am I running electric and water to the greenhouse? I am absolutely running electric. I have electric now, or should I say I had. We had a groundhog that we believe chewed through our electrical last summer. So yeah, there's that. So I'm getting that taken care of, but we will have electric. As far as water, I have such a small property that I've got a hose reel, and I'm just going to drag the hose out there. But maybe someday I'll have like a little sink or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Susan was asking about connecting it to a house.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's really popular these days.
Yep.
And so we do gable attached and lean-tos. We do greenhouses on roofs. That's really popular these days too, because of course people are wanting to optimize footprints, and we did a really cool project in Dallas last year. It's 20 stories up.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. Okay. I love it. This is my first YouTube.
Uh-oh. I don't know what just happened. Laura, are you still there? There you are.
Okay. I'm scrolling through the comments. I'm like, this is my first YouTube live. Blip. Oh my goodness gracious. So yes, this is my first YouTube live.
I was like, uh-oh.
You guys, okay, you see me. All right. I'm just not going to touch anything. Here, let me put the pen down just in case. And Brandon is texting me that I'm gone. I'm back, Brandon.
Oh, I think I seriously was like, oh no.
I'm a little nervous, I must say. Okay. Can you sleep in it? Yeah. I would sleep in it. Why not? I might. I have a little bistro table. I plan on really having a party out there.
I was going to show you the one that I dream about sleeping in. So we have a customer in Rancho Santa Fe, California. I just have to find it. Sorry. It's unbelievable. I feel like I'm playing show and tell. Is that okay? Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Are you ready for this?
Yes. Let's see. Oh, well, yes. Okay. That's the full backyard model right there. And I would like to sleep in there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. Some exhibitionism perhaps, but oh my goodness.
That's beautiful. Look at the warm lighting. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. That's actually her orchid house.
Is it really? Oh my gosh. I have one orchid. I think I'm going to need to up my game. It's so funny. Oh, I'm exceedingly excited. That is amazing. That was beautiful, right?
Yeah, so nice.
Screens are a great idea. Screens are a great idea. I initially thought, what if these don't come with screens? I'm going to have to ask about that because one can't be too sure. Yeah. But no screens in the top. You could if you wanted, but
yeah, so screens in the top, we generally say not to, because you want to invite bees.
Pollinators, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And our brand ambassador, Donna Balzer, we gave a gardening workshop yesterday on Zoom, and she suggested putting, I'm going to mess this up, Laura, but Alicia in the greenhouse to attract the bees. Some sort of white, fragrant flower.
Oh.
So she grows a lot of fruits and vegetables. But any sort of fragrant flower in the greenhouse.
Alyssum, was it Alyssum? I don't
Yes,
know.
maybe.
Alyssum. Okay. I'm guessing here.
I should have wrote it down. Oh.
White night, sweet alyssum. There's different sweet alyssum. So, and they're definitely pollinator magnets. So that possibly is it. Don't quiz me on that. Put me on the
It's my fault. I should have wrote it down.
Oh, so funny. Lemon plants, yes. And winter flowering bulbs, yes. Oh, I'm excited about that. Lots of pots. I'm going to buy lots of pots and just tons of bulbs.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I love to plant in containers. And with having a small garden, you see some of these people in Scandinavia, you guys, Carolina and Klaus and all these people that I love so much. And they have those pot groupings. So those are goals. I think, those are garden goals for all of us. They're like gardening magicians. So one day.
Well, I can't wait to see it in your yard because your yard is stunning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Someone earlier today said, "Oh no, you're going to tear down your shed? Why?" And then I said I was getting a greenhouse, and I sent them a picture, and they said, "Oh, never mind. You're allowed to tear it down now. Go for it. You have my blessing." Oh, hi, Charlie. Hi. You're not late. You're here. That's good. I'm happy to see so many people I recognized on here. Thank you, you guys, very much for all your support, and I really appreciate it. It's just so exciting, such a wonderful time, and something I've been looking forward to for a couple years. I've really been thinking about it for a couple years, and nothing ever felt right. So this is meant to be. This was meant to be.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys. Angela, did you want to was there anything else you wanted to maybe cover, or?
I mean, you can request like our catalog online. We formatted it into kind of a beautiful magazine. There's some really good articles in there.
Yes.
And we'll mail it right to your house.
Absolutely. I did both. I have my online copy and my hard copy. Yes. Tear it down. Yes, tear down the shed. Absolutely. I agree. Get rid of it. I use the garage as a shed now anyway. So there's only so many sheds one person needs. So Joan Crawford, you're so funny, Brandon. Okay. I think that's probably it. This will be up for a replay, you guys. So if you wanted to come back and if you missed any details, and definitely Angela and the team there are so gracious, and customer service is wonderful. So if you have any questions, they're happy to help you anytime, and you will reach a human. So trust me, I've called multiple times. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this live. And Angela, thank you so much for taking your time.
I was so nervous, but it just went so well. And you have such nice people in your chat.
I do. Gardeners, I just love this group that follows me on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube. And I feel really, really lucky. Such nice people.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Again, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys later. Thank you. Have a great night, Angela.
Bye.
Bye-bye.